What's up guys, it's Lexi Pike. Welcome to my channel, and today's video we are gonna be telling you guys what I've watched as a kid versus what I watch now. So Disney. Starting off with the channel Disney. I've watched Bunked. I've watched Wizards of Waverly Place. Obsessed with that show. I'm gonna put 23 years for this one because I'm gonna be 23 next month. Okay. Okay, so what I would watch, I'm gonna start off with the Tubi shows. And movies, but I would watch Bunked. I think Good Like Charlie was a Disney show. Hannah Montana series, because my sister Hannah would watch it. We even watched the Hannah Montana movies. 16 Wishes. The Twitches. They should make a third movie. A third movie. I've seen My Little Pony. Hold on, I need to look up Disney shows. Disney shows / movies. Okay. Shake It Up, I've seen. Andy Mack, I loved that show. And to this day, I would still watch it if it was on Netflix. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Ant Farm. Jessie. Austin and Ally. Dog with a Blog. I love that show. Probably because of the dog. Liv and Maddie. Waven's Home, and I've seen the other Waven, Back to Waven or something like that. I've seen the original when they were kids. Lizzie McGuire, I've seen. Big City Greens, I've seen. Good Like Charlie, Casey Undercover. The Sweet Life on Deck. Oh wait, I might have just seen the Sweet Life on Deck one. I would have to watch an episode of Life of Zack and Cody to make sure. I've seen Phineas and Ferb, Bizarre Fog. I can't say that word because it has a V and an R. I've seen Kicking It, but I think that was when I was like teen. Gravity Falls, Bunked, Stuck in the Middle. That's a Waven is what I was talking about. Girl Meets World, Sophia the First, which I loved. Lab Rats, which I didn't know they had another one, the Elite ones, until 2019. I've seen The Owl House. I've seen Jonas, Star versus the Forces of Evil. I didn't do it. The Santa Claus. Oh, that's a TV show? I've seen this. Okay, I haven't seen the show. I've seen Elena of Avalor. Best Friends Whenever. I would watch it again if it was on Netflix. I started watching that like 2023. Another one. Mighty Meta is what I started watching in 2023. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I liked it, but it was a little boring. Okay. That's the same ones. Okay. Oh, Girl Meets World. I would watch. I would watch Descendants, but now I'm a grown woman who still watches it because there's gonna be the one apparently coming out. Tangled the series. The Proud Family. I think that I've seen that one. Gabby, Joanne, and the Unsittables. Okay. Ant Farm. Okay. 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 Now back to the kids show on Tubi. Okay. So, My Little Pony, clearly. Strawberry Shortcake, all that one. That version, I've seen all of them. I loved them. The Croods, the Looney Tunes show. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, kids. I'm going on a kids show here. I've seen Courage the Cowardly Dog. Apparently, that's based off of a true story about two people were abducted. I've seen Teen Titans, The Magic School Bus, all the Scooby Doos. I've seen Wow Wow Wubbzy, Ed, and Eddie. I've seen, but only a few episodes. I never watched fully. Ben 10, The Powerpuff Girls. I loved. The Pound Puppies. I loved. Sesame Street gave me nightmares. Don't ask. Clifford, Kids Next Door. I've heard of Dexter's Laboratory. I've seen a glimpse of it when I was a kid. Garfield and Friends and the Garfield Show. Littlest Pet Shop. I loved that so much. I used to want Little Pet Shop toys. Stop licking on the chair. Daddy has told you many times. Love you too. I've seen Rabbids Invasion. I always thought that was a commercial, but apparently not. Bonnie, traumatizing. I haven't seen these shows, but my brother did when I was 5. Pokemon, Grizzly and the Lemmings, the Garfield Show, like I said. 16 Wishes, Home, I've seen Foster's, but it wasn't an everyday show I would watch. The Magic School Bus, Rugrats, Ice Age, The Meltdown, Clifford, Dennis the Menace, Pinky and the Brain I've seen, but never watched it every day. There's a lot of Ed, and Eddie fucking shows. Okay, Wet Shoes and Seven Doves. I think I've watched this one, but I'm not sure. I saw something that was like similar to that. Which I'll look it up soon. I've seen Zapped. I love that show. Escape from Planet Earth I've seen. The Little Bear, which was a cute movie. I've seen Pink Panther, but this day I do not like to watch shows where they don't speak. My dad started watching Pink Panther a couple of months ago, and I heard the funny thing is I was in my room. This was when I was depressed because my mom, they are naked. I looked up on my TV and it shows naked woman on Netflix. Traumatizing. I heard the intro, the mysterious intro, and I was like, that sounds familiar. And then I came out and it was Pink Panther, and I was like, are you watching Pink Panther? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I used to watch this as a child, but I don't like it now because they don't speak. They should have at least let the Pink Panther have lines. Am I wrong? I've seen the Monster Family, I think. I'm not sure. I've seen Hoodwinked too. Judy Moody in the Not That Much Summer. They should make a second one if they didn't already. I've seen The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. I would watch it again. I loved that movie. They should make a second one if they didn't. I've seen The Secret of NIMH, Clifford. I've seen, they have the fucking Tarzan from 2013. I couldn't finish it because my movie was like freezing when I had the movie. I've seen Bonnie. I didn't watch Goosebumps till I grew up. Where the Wet Fern Grows? I think that sounds familiar, but I've never seen. I don't know. I've seen Caillou. I loved that show, but Caillou was a fucking dick and a brat. I've seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've seen Franklin. I loved that movie. No, it was a TV show. I watched the TV show. I didn't watch the movies. I've seen Power Rangers, Teletubbies. Don't remember half of these shows. I have to look at them, and then I'll see what. And then I see what they look like. I've seen Woody Woodpecker and Friends. And they look familiar because I've seen them when I was a kid. But the thing is, I don't remember any of them. But I've seen Olivia, the one with a pig. I've seen Angelina, something like that. That was like a ballerina dancer. I don't remember that name, but I used to watch that show. I would have to look it up. Okay. I think I'm done with these. Tom and Jerry I used to watch. There's a movie called Shiloh. Okay. I've seen Leapfrog thing show because I used to own a Leapfrog game. I don't remember if that's what it's specifically called, but that is the reason why I fainted when I was 12. I was on it for more than 20 minutes, and I didn't ever listen to my seizure doctors because they said not to be on my electronics more to 20 to 30 minutes or you'll get dizzy. I didn't listen, and now to this day, I'm on it all day and I do not have dizzy spells anymore. But this was when my dizzy spells would get bad. So we were going to Friendly's, which it was in Maine. But they took it out, I heard. Like, destroyed it. But I went, I was in a green winter jacket. I was with my grandmother, Grammy Georgette, my adopted dad, Gary's mother, who died 2021. Gladly. Sorry, but I never liked her. She always had a reason to lie about me, and I would always get beaten by a broom. But we went to Funnies with her one time, and I was on my leapfrog pad thing for 1 hour. I get out of the car. I was fine. I was standing in. I went pee because we would have to go pee every time we would enter a place because my bladder was really, really small because my seizure medicine would always make me go pee every 2 seconds. That's why I mostly am off my meds now. But my seizures have been getting better except in the summertime. Winter, they're perfectly fine. But as it starts getting harder and harder and harder in here, my seizures get triggered. So we went in line, we were waiting. I started feeling dizzy. I told Mom, and she told me to go sit down, and I was embarrassed, so I said no. I fainted right there, smashed this side of my face off the cement floor. I had a big bump right here. My eye was starting to like close shut. And I had a big cut down my face like Peter Pan did when he was fighting Hook. Angelina Ballerina. That's the show I was talking about. A movie. I've seen Carol Bear's Yogi Bear show. I think I've seen Lewis and Aliens. I'm not sure, but I think I did. Arthur and the Invisibles I've seen. Okay. Super Wings. I've never seen that one, but that one sounds interesting. A Mermaid's Tale. I was a teen when I watched that. Arthur, the War of... I don't know if I've seen that one, but I've seen a show that was an Arthur, called Arthur. I've seen Teen Titans. I don't remember if I've said these. I watched Scales when I was like a teen, I think. Okay. Magic School Bus. Anime. I never watched an anime in my life. I don't like them, to be honest. I've seen Angela Ballerina the Shining Star Trophy. Camp Lake Bottom looks familiar. Harriet the Spy. I've seen that. The Babysitter's Club, I've seen. The original. Open season Call of Nature. Animaniacs, Looney Tunes. I think I've seen that. Ben 10. No, I think I've said that. I meant. Tom and Jerry. I've seen Tasmania. I've already said that one. I've seen that one. Okay. Preschool category. Isn't Doodlebob's another version of Yo Gabba Gabba? I was thinking of that show all day when I started doing this video. Carol Bears I've seen. Okay. Now monsters, funny monsters. The Funny Ghost Casper I've seen. I've seen all the Caspers. I love my favorite Casper movie would be the one where Wendy has the one with the red hood. The Wendy one. I love that one more. Oh, I've seen Bob the Builder. It's not on here. I think I've seen The Little Ghost. No, okay. I've seen Cinderella, Disney version, and another version. I don't remember what it's called. There was a Simba, the Lion King, the Final Battle. Never heard of that one. I didn't watch. I watched this one when I was a teen. Rumpelstiltskin. I've seen Anastasia. The Three Little Pigs I've seen. Ooh, I would watch this one too this day because I haven't seen this one. Cinderella. That's the one I saw. Okay. Little Social. I think I've seen that one. Mike the Knight, I've seen that one. I've seen all the My Little Pony movies and shows. That one looks familiar, but I would have had to watch it when I was a teen. Never seen Saddle Club. I've seen Rodeo Girl. I've seen as a teen The Wild Stallion. I've seen My Little Pony Twinkle-Wish Adventures. And the other ones. I think I've seen The Reef. Okay. My dog's sleeping. Hey, Just for Kicks has the Splash Twins. I've never seen that one, no. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all the shows I've watched. I've seen Harry and the Bucket Full of Dinosaurs. I never watched it as much as I did with the Disney Princess movies. Like, I love seeing the Little Mermaid, the Disney version, and I love her. That's my favorite Disney princess. Yes, I'm a grown woman, but I don't give a fuck. The Wiggles I've seen, the live action version. Okay, I've seen Lego Friends, and that's mostly all the Lego movies I've seen, TV shows I've seen. Okay. 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 Be right back. And now to the I've seen. By the way, I've seen Rufus, all of the movies. They should make a third one. Um, I've seen Bunked, Victorious, Simon Cat, Hannah Montana. Any show on Nick. Another movie, I think it's called Adam with Jason Norman, Henry Danger. So now on my Netflix profile on my stepmom's account, what's on my watch list now is Teen Wolf, The Big C, The Society, Julie and the Phantoms, One Day at a Time, Thundermans. I used to watch it as a kid and I still watch it to this day. The Wayne, Back to 15. I meant Blacklist, Outer Banks, Manifest is on my watch list. Now, what I watch or would watch, I haven't seen The Walking Dead. Don't hate on me. But I watched on this day is Jenny and Georgia, Victorious, Young Sheldon, 13 Reasons Why, Shameless, Grey's Anatomy, Stranger Things. I would watch Lucifer. I watched Riverdale but never finished it. A Full House is what I would watch, but I never finished it, and they took it off of Netflix, which I'm pissed at. iCarly I watched as a kid. I would watch the adult one, but I don't know if it's on Netflix. Scream is what I would watch. Greenhouse Academy would be on my list. The Resident would be on my list. Charmed, which would be the one with the girl who plays Audrey from Descendants. That's what I would watch as a kid. Descendants. Insatiable, Anaconda. Never have I ever started watching that last year. Exo Kitty, I want to watch it. Santa Clarita Diet. Lock and Key, never finished it. Countdown. Glitch. If you don't know what that is, it's a TV show where dead people come back to life and it's confused. They come out of the grave unclothed it was really interesting. I liked that movie. What I didn't like is how a girl that was a literal child coming out of the grave naked. It does not show body parts. It it just shows the shoulders. Um, I'm pretty sure it did show someone's butt at one point. But what I didn't like about it is this scene is this girl comes out of the grave confused and 100% alive, and then there was this guy. I think he was like, I don't want to be racist. I'm no offense, but because I don't like to use these words because it sounds racist to me. Um, he was like either Asian or Korean, something like that. For some reason I get them confused. I don't know why. Um, but he was naked, and they seen each other, and they just stared, so confused, like what the hell. Um, and I think the girl offered him like something to cover up. I don't know. You should watch it. The whole show is good. I've seen Alexa and Katie, Nikki, Wicked, Dicky, and Dawn. I did watch that last year. Finished it in 4 days, 5 days. I watched it as a kid. Mom is what I watched last year. Creeped Out, Black Phone, Raising Dion, which I love that show. Wednesday, Cobra Kai, haven't seen season 6 yet. I would watch Flash, which I should, that is on my list. That House, I was first to watch that as a kid, because my nephew Caden was obsessed with it. I would watch You. Oh, my stepmom would probably love this show. It's about aliens. She loves aliens. Legacies. Me and my dad watched that. 2024. Okay. I would watch any movies that involves kidnapping. I don't know why, but I've been obsessed with those ones, and shows too. Like Believe Me, I think is one is called. Surviving Summer. I started watching that but never finished it. The Babysitter's Club, the 2021 version. No Good Nick. I watched that as a kid, but no, I watched that as a teen, and no, I started watching that in 2023 actually. So I was still an adult then. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. I would watch the TV show, but I've seen the movie. Found. That's my favorite show. I just haven't finished season 2, which is the newest season. Anything that involves 911, like 911, 911 Lone Star, The Wookiee, like those kind of cop shows. I started watching The Blacklist. Got bored. Bodies. Netflix are getting lazy at naming shows. Because this show is called Bodies. This is how small my hand is. deceptively mode. Yeah, I'll probably make a part 2. I would watch Halloween. I watched One Piece, the TV show, with my family. I've seen If a couple days ago. It was a good and adorable movie. I recommend it. It's about imaginary people. That's all I'm gonna give you. What the hell? My Sesame Street Fonts. It came out on 2020, so I haven't seen that one. I've seen The Lion Game. I think. No, I haven't. That's been on my list. Never mind, I lied. Exo Kitty. Blackish. I watched last year. Finished it in 8 days, and it's 8 seasons. Because it's like 20 minutes, so I was binge watching it. Bridgerton I started watching. Heartbreak High I started watching. We are getting to the good shows. The Hunting Party I would watch. Ew, I would not watch anything with Weeba in it. Black Phone, which I want the second one to come out on Netflix, which I don't know when. I would watch Love on the Spectrum. Yeah, it's about autism. My brother has autism. My older brothers, Dylan and Jacob. People say I act like I'm autistic, but I was never fully tested. So sometime I'll probably get tested for that. Heartland I would watch. Would finish it, I don't know, 18 days, 17, or longer. I don't know how long these episodes are, but if it's 20 minutes long, it would be finished in 18 days. Megan, I've watched, and 2. I did not like the second one. Southland I wanted to watch. The funny thing is, I wanted to watch Southland, and I started watching it, and then the next day, I come out, my dad was watching it on here. Okay. My Life with the Walter Boys. I love that show. Surviving Summer. On the Block. I've seen all of that. I love that. Working Moms. I didn't even finish it. Because once I saw the melons, I was like, nope. And I was like, oh, it was 2023 when I started watching it. No, 2024. Because I got Netflix on 2024 when Mom was in the hospital. Insatiable, Alexa and Katie, Lock and Key. I think if I do white all of those, I just realized there's games on Netflix. If you guys haven't noticed, it's weird. Santa Clarita Diet. Okay. Ooh, that looks interesting. The End of the Fucking World is literally what it's called. Rivalries, something like that. I started watching Friendly Reunion. I loved. I don't think I finished it though. Boo Bitch! I've seen 2022. Zoe 1-1 I would watch today, and I've watched it when I was younger. Suits is what I would watch. Mom, I've watched that last year. Recommended it to Dad. Teen Titans Go is what I watched as a kid. One Day at a Time. I've seen in 2019. Okay. Yellow Jackets I would watch. Charmed. Dawson's Creek, I've been interested in wanting to watch that since apparently the guy who plays Dean in Supernatural, I never finished that show by the way, but I do love that show. It plays in this TV series too. Hey, is that the girl who played Harriet? I don't know. It's muted by the way. Can I help you? I've seen Vampire Diaries, the originals, and Legacies. All in 1 year. 2034. There's new podcasts too. I don't like podcasts. I would watch Wildfire. I haven't yet. I would watch Criminal Minds. I don't know if that's on Netflix though. Is it? I think I've looked it up once. Okay. Yeah, they are definitely getting lazy at naming shows nowadays. Okay. Because I looked up CR for Criminal Minds, but Creep and Creep 2 pops up. The funny thing is, I've seen shows where it says, I'll follow you, I see you, I'm near you. Yeah. Criminal Minds. Dang. I watched that when I was like 14. Yeah, it's not on Netflix. But I've seen Extreme Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile 2024. Sorry, I couldn't see the words. I've seen not all of it, but when I came here 2024, my stepmom and my dad was watching NCIS. And I didn't see it from the beginning. But now there's 2 seasons on Netflix now because they took up all of it. So season 18 and season 19, I'm guessing. What? Yeah. Is on here now. They took off all the series. Grey's Anatomy, Unbelievable, I think I've seen. I don't remember. The Family Next Door. Enough. Okay. I would watch Lucifer. I've seen Taken in Plain Sight. Fire Country, I started watching A Sacrifice. Saw. The Wine White Story, I watched that as a kid. Literally, for the first time I watched it was 6th grade in health class. No, 7th grade in health class. I know I was in 7th grade because I was on the second floor, where there was only 7th and 8th grade. I watched Girls Incarcerated with my stepmom. It seemed interesting, but I never finished all of it. I've seen Suitcase Killer. The Girl Who Got Away, I've seen. Faith in the Flames, I watched that through 4 a.m. Ended at like 5 something, 6 something. Don't ask. Ow. Riverdale. Never finished it though. Unspeakable Acts. I wouldn't watch that again. It was bad. I've seen You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. It's an Adam Sandler movie with his child. I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire as a kid. That's my dad's favorite movie, he said, of Robin Williams. I didn't know he died until I got older. Disjointed is what my dad watches. I haven't watched that one yet. But it seems interesting. I think I've seen Your Honor. I've seen not Jeffrey Dahmer tapes. Never mind. Southland. I want to watch. When I was a kid, I would watch Hotel Transylvania. Okay, well, I think that's all because my back is killing me from just sitting like this. I've seen Better Watch Out. Last two. Yeah, so Lola is leaving soon. May 1st. Okay. Well, that's the end. I haven't seen that one. But that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, the Connors have a new season. I used to watch that too. Definitely watching that when I get my Netflix back. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.